Okay, so here I'm analyzing the annual report for BMW for 2018. So quickly, I'm just going to go. This is an annual report, so it is extremely long, over 200 pages. So I'm going to look specifically at this part 3, group financial statements. And I just wanted to quickly note that their table of contents is really nice. It's extensive, it's detailed, it gives big overarching like subject areas, but then it also gives subheadings within these and then also subheadings within those subheadings. And so it's just organized really nicely. And so I'm going to jump down to page 110 to get to this income statement. So, like I said, this report gives some pretty nice visualization. It organizes well, and I'll show you at the end how they make it understandable to a common reader because they do give a nice glossary. So here we've got the income statement of comprehensive income, and these are grouped by segments. So we've got automotive industry and motorcycle industry over here, and this is of course in millions of euros because this is an international corporation. It's German, so it's not in dollars, but that's just how it is for this, which could be difficult for an American reader. So like I said, the layout and the visuals are really nice, as well as the balance, where you've got emphasized numbers in blue here and bolded text to show big overarching ideas like net profit and loss and basic earnings per share. Just really nice there. So the elements of language and style. So it does use pretty big words, but I think that is just because this is an accounting statement, and these are just breakup of budgets and cash flows. And I think that if you're an accountant or someone who works in this kind of thing, that's easy for you to read. And these aren't really sentences; they're just listings of different assets and equity and liabilities, just different words of the industry. And of course the tone I think is pretty direct, just giving numbers, cash flow statements, things like that. Here's changes in equity. And then we've got this really nice section after all the financial statements that are the notes. And so it shows us really cool the accounting principles and policies that are applied to get these financial statements and the basis of preparation right here. The consolidated financial statements of BMW at December 31, 2018 have been drawn up in accordance with the International Financial Reporting Standards. And so it shows you that they are being ethical about this because they're up to date with the IRFS standards. And it just goes on to tell you kind of like where they got all these numbers, which I think is really cool. And also, like I said earlier, they are in euros, so they've got the foreign currency translation and measurement, which is really cool for an American reading this, especially executives and people viewing this online for shareholder purposes. That's really cool that they show that, and they give an explanation of each of the terms and policies used. And also, I'm just going to skip down to the very, very bottom of this extremely long report. They have this glossary down at the bottom, which gives, I can't find it, but it gives, here it is, the glossary. So they have an explanation of all their key figures. So all of these big scary terms that they're using are actually defined down here in a series of pages, and they've got a nice index to organize the whole thing. So overall, I think that it is a very, very effective annual report. Even though it's really big and daunting, I think that it's organized well and visually appealing so that an ordinary person can read it. So yeah.